live from Television Hill. This is WJZ News at 4.
Just based off of what I saw, it's a disaster zone. It was bad.
Tonight, we are learning more about the investigation into a deadly explosion in northwest Baltimore, Chopper 13 above Labyrinth Road, where an explosion killed 2 people and injured at least 7 others. Crews spent another day digging through the rubble as investigators work to figure out the source. Hello, everybody. I'm Rick Ritter.
And I'm Vic Carter. BGE believes the explosion may have been some type of issue beyond BGE equipment. WJZ has extensive live team coverage on the recovery efforts, eyewitness accounts, and the incredible show of support from the community. We start with Avajoy Burdett with the latest on the investigation. Avajoy.
Well, as officials continue to figure out what caused this deadly blast here in West Baltimore, officials are also revealing that they pulled another person from the rubble last night. We're now learning that that person is a young man by the name of Joseph Graham, and we just now received a statement from Morgan State University confirming that he was a rising sophomore at the university. Tributes started circulating online for Joseph Graham after another victim's body was pulled from beneath the rubble last night.
It was heartbreaking.
Friends posted about the young man who graduated from Baltimore City College and then went on to Morgan State University. This was an update for neighbors who were hoping for the best.
I found out in the middle of the night and it was heartbreaking.
After several injuries and now 2 deaths, the fire department said this is now a recovery mission.
It was a really tough time for the community, for the residents in this neighborhood, and for the members of the fire department.
The blast on Labyrinth Road was captured in this doorbell camera. It demolished 3 homes and destroyed dozens more. The impact jolted buildings blocks away.
I don't know how to describe it because it's something that I've never, ever witnessed in my lifetime.
BGE said no leaks are reported in the last 5 years, and during a routine inspection in the summer of 2019, all systems were clear. Crews were here once again on Monday, and the company said they found no issues on their side of the equipment. They've turned over gas and electricity data to investigators for additional review.
As of right now, it appears that the issue is on the customer side of the meter. That data is being analyzed right now.
Today, residents continue to repair dozens of homes that were damaged as family members mourn 2 lives lost.
Material things can be replaced, homes can be replaced, lives can't.
Now, the Office of Emergency Management has been here on scene all day. They will start the process of removing this debris so that homeowners will be able to fully move back into the block. Live at 4, Avajoy Burnett for WJZ.
All right, Avajoy, thank you. Let's go to Paul Gessler now. He spoke with those in the neighborhood that were impacted by this massive explosion. Paul.
Rick, Council President Brandon Scott said this morning we saw the, quote, true spirit of Baltimore. He referred in part to the heroism on display from some of the neighbors here. This is how they describe the rescue efforts in their own words.
And all I heard was boom, and my house shook.
It was catastrophic. It was like a bomb.
And it literally shook the ground to the point where I thought it was an earthquake.
Chaos.
Our windows are shattered, and then I went outside and saw what happened.
My nephew was in the basement when the whole thing went down, where my sister and my niece, they were on the top floors.
It's a mess. It's a mess.
And I had no shoes. Somebody had to bring me my shoes.
This man ran with no shoes on.
I took off running down the street.
I just saw the house flattened, just all debris and rubble and furniture. That's all you seen.
Telephone poles split. houses down the block, broken glass.
And I could hear my neighbors yelling, I'm in here, help, help.
And we started calling out, is anybody in there, is anybody in there? And I could hear like a voice, like, help, help.
Everybody was trying to do their part. We had an assembly line going on.
I was in a car accident not too long ago, but I was down there digging people out, so that's why my back is hurting.
They're just throwing bricks and debris trying to get to them.
Yeah, I went in, I grabbed and stuff, trying to locate people. I heard somebody, a guy that I was with yesterday that walked me up here was one of the people that was underneath of the house.
It was a few of us trying to dig him out.
And they had to dig him out. So the 3 of them are doing fine.
And I just kept saying to everybody, pray, y'all, pray, let's pray, and let's get them out of here, let's move.
That's crazy thing, because I was praying while I was dead, too. But when I first got there, I was praying, and then when a firefighter was dead, I was praying.
You want people to get out alive. You don't want to see any casualties.
Some people got saved, some people didn't. That's what just kind of kills my spirit, you know, because you can't save everybody.
And that's people caring about people.
There's still good people out here in the world. Everybody that was helping was good people.
They're angels, and we all have angels looking upon us, and they were able to see a situation, and they leaked in.
Back live now, one of the women involved in that rescue effort, as you saw in that piece, needed medical attention herself for a back injury. Another man who helped had been on crutches since February. Just a couple of examples of the selflessness on display here yesterday. Vic and Rick.
Bone-chilling testimonies from those people there. Thank you very much, Paul. We're getting a look at the scene just moments after the blast. One man raced in to help. Finding rescue teams hard at work already. He pressed record on his phone and is sharing his videos exclusively with WJZ. Annie Rose Ramos is live now with what he experienced. Annie Rose.
Vic, this is a rare look at the dramatic scenes unfolding just moments after this explosion took place. That was when the paramedics and rescue teams were arriving, and we're getting a feel for just how chaotic everything was. Well, that's when one man pressed record, and this is what he saw.
It's burning.
We smelled gas. Smoke was coming.
Burning on the streets of Northwest Baltimore.
When we got back there, we noticed houses was gone.
It looked like a war zone. It looked like, literally, it looked like someone bombed the house.
Looks of disbelief as rescue crews surrounded the scene, running into the rubble toward the sound of voices screaming for help.
It was unreal. It was like something you see on a movie.
Chainsaws cutting through the debris.
And I screamed over to the firefighters, hey, he's over there, go get him.
Smoke billowing from where houses once stood, frantically working to get to those trapped inside.
We saw the guy lift his hand up out of the rubble. So that's when the firefighters draw their attention on him.
And then a stretcher is brought in, a rescue, and another rescue, pulling people out one by one. 7 rescued from the scene. This man badly burned. WJZ blurring this video because his wounds were so graphic.
He was in horrible, horrible condition.
Firefighters carrying him to safety.
All you really could see was his eyes, no eyelashes, no eyebrows. His ankle was just hanging, you know. I was actually surprised the guy was still alive, you know, but because like you say, he was looking at us, but nothing was there. All his skin was gone, completely gone.
Now, Rick and Vic, we checked in with a lot of the residents that we met here yesterday, and they said they had a really tough time falling asleep last night, remembering the sounds of that blast and all the bloodshed that they saw here at the site of this explosion. Reporting live, I'm Annie Rose Ramos for WJZ.
Most definitely, Annie Rose. This will be with them for a very long time. Baltimoreans, even today, are taking action to help their neighbors.
And Rachel Carden continues our team coverage this afternoon as donations are pouring in for the victims. Rachel.
That's right, Vic and Rick. We're here on Reisterstown Road at the plaza here, the large one with the Applebee's. Everybody in the neighborhood kind of knows it. Now, there's multiple organizations on scene here today. We have World Central Kitchen along with the American Red Cross. Also, a community organization collecting clothing as well as toiletries, anything that families could need, especially those who lost everything. Tons of people coming together to help a neighborhood that's been through an unthinkable tragedy.
It looked like someone had dropped a bomb. I'm not going to believe the sight. It was just horrific.
That horrific sight, the need to help, drove Bernard Arrington to show up here with donations for people he's never met.
I can't imagine the loss of life and the loss of the homes and property.
3 homes leveled, dozens more damage after a massive gas explosion rocked this Northwest Baltimore neighborhood. Now, those who lost so much are getting the help they need as people from all over the area come together to give back.
Find out where the need is and go and provide whatever it is. It might not be much, but a little bit can be a lot when a lot of people are bringing that together.
Monday, the Red Cross sprang to action, providing mass care, food, water, Gatorade, and other immediate resources. On day 2, they're trying to help victims look ahead.
This is a rallying point for the community.
It's a place for people to get information. We have mental health volunteers that are just walking, talking to folks, seeing how they're doing.
If you want to help, the Red Cross urges you to donate money. Because of the health crisis, they say you can go online or call 1-800-RED-CROSS.
The donation of products, clothing, things of that nature, particularly in this COVID environment, are very difficult because then all the clothing has to be washed and processed, and that's very labor intensive.
Again, redcross.org to make those donations. Now, coming up tonight on WJZ at 5 o'clock, you hear from a woman who almost lost her life yesterday, but she's still out here today collecting donations for her elderly neighbors who can't get here themselves. We're live at Reisterstown Road Plaza in Northwest Baltimore. I'm Rachel Cardin for WJZ.
Heartwarming, Rachel. Thank you. All right, let's recap what we know so far. Currently, 2 people are dead from the explosion, 7 others injured. BGE provided the city with gas and electrical data. Officials say they found no gas leaks. They add that the data shows some type of issue beyond the BGE meter on customer equipment. Now, officials say they are analyzing that further, and the cause is still being investigated. More than 200 residents have been affected by the explosion. And as we continue to get more information on this, we'll bring you updates on air and online. For more photos and resources, just head to our website, WJZ.com. And developing right now, CNN is reporting that Joe Biden has selected his running mate. Sources say he revealed to top advisors the woman he will invite to join his ticket. Now, the official announcement could come at any moment today. We are now standing by for a special report.
Turning now to our coronavirus coverage. Positivity numbers in Maryland are at an all-time low with 3.5%. The state's nearing 100,000 confirmed cases today. The total is 96,843. More than 500 people are still in the hospital with 121 patients in intensive care. Maryland remains at the forefront of coronavirus testing. More than 1,000 people were tested at Leaders Field in Ripken Stadium in Aberdeen, Harford County. It was rescheduled from last Tuesday because of Tropical Storm Isaias. The Maryland Health Department, the Harford County Health Department, and Upper Chesapeake Health all helped out. Organizers hope to have test results back between 2 to 4 days.
Obviously, we want to get as many people tested for COVID as we can. We have a lot of people that are beginning to go back to work. We have people in the community that are potentially going back to school. So we want to give them the ability to know definitively where they stand with their COVID status before they interact with more people.
If you aren't able to participate in today's event, leaders encourage you to look up daily testing sites to find one near you. And breaking news, we have just learned the Big Ten Conference, which includes the University of Maryland, will not play football or any other fall sport this year. The first major conference to do so amid the coronavirus pandemic. Officials are exploring the idea of playing football in the spring. School presidents gathered yesterday for a conference call and announced the decision today. WJZ will have much more on this decision coming up at 5. And just moments ago, UMD Director of Athletics Damon Evans released this statement saying in part, the decision announced today by the Big Ten Conference was made in the best interest of the health, safety, and well-being of our student athletes. Not being able to compete this fall is disappointing for all of us, but I have every confidence they will remain resilient and strong in these trying times. There are chances for rain throughout the week.
And you can tell by the humidity in the air today, no doubt about it. Let's take a live look outside right now. Meteorologist Chelsea Ingram, she joins us now with the forecast. Chelsea.
Vic and Rick, it's another hot one out there for us. Let me take you right now to a look at temperatures across the region. We're once again checking in with temps that are in the 90s. It is currently 92 degrees at BWI, Thurgood Marshall Airport. We're at 89 in Belair, right around 90 degrees right now in Westminster. But when you factor in the combination of heat and humidity, you get a product called the heat index. Right now, 100 degrees is what it feels like in Baltimore, 100 degrees in D.C., 100 in Westminster. It feels near the triple digits in Annapolis and like 100 in Easton and also Cambridge. As far as radar is concerned, just one little spotty shower north and east of the Beltway, right on portions of I-95, making its way into Harford County. Otherwise, we're fairly quiet, but we could still see a couple of showers and storms as we head into this evening. Better chance, though, back here live for showers and storms as we head into tomorrow. So for more on what we can expect and the potential for some flash flooding, I'll send things over to my colleague Bob Turk, who has a look at the forecast. Hey, Bob.
We've been talking about a frontal system. It'll be approaching the region tomorrow. It's going to slow down. That means along that front, we've got warm, humid air coming up the East Coast. That front will create showers and thunderstorm activity. Could be some heavy activity later tomorrow into Thursday, probably lingering even into Friday, into the weekend. We do have a flash flood watch in effect tomorrow from noon until 11. Periods of rain could be heavy, 1 to 2 inches possible. Some areas could see as much as 4 inches. That means the potential for flooding or flash flooding is certainly in the picture for everywhere east of Blue Ridge, all of Maryland there, except the lower eastern shore, Delaware, portion of New Jersey and Pennsylvania. Some of those areas have already seen heavy rain in the last week or two, so we'll be watching this very carefully over the next couple of days. All begins tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. We could see some heavy shower activity moving through the region. Chelsea with a complete look at the forecast coming up. Vic?
Okay, Bob, thank you. And still ahead on WJC News at 4.
New details on the Secret Service shooting just outside White House grounds. I'm Skyler Henry with what the president's advisors are saying about the incident.
Plus, a creative challenge, what Maryland has been doing to keep tourism alive during the coronavirus pandemic.
And we continue to follow the deadly explosion in northwest Baltimore. Teams still are working to figure out what caused it. We'll have the latest on the investigation, how people are coming together for the victims.